Hey beautiful people, it's Ipsity Nix here, and I'm doing my doll family video, finally, because I got my two girls back from getting their face-ups on Saturday, and I finally had some free time. So this one shouldn't be too long, as none of them really have any backstories yet, even though one should probably have a giant notebook full of a backstory, but she doesn't. I'm working on it. So we'll start over here. These two are sisters. We have on the left is a minifee Jury 10, whose name is Rated, and her sister, who is a minifee Luca girl named Harper. And so far, all I have for their backstory is they're orphans. That's all I got so far. Raiden is a little bit more outgoing than her sister. Her sister is more reserved and likes to study and be involved in school. But that's all I really know so far. I'm working on it. And if you guys have any ideas for me, that'd be great. Both of their face-ups were done by Maya, or Maya, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. M-A-Y-I-A. I'll put a link in description, but she does awesome face-ups. The camera will focus for you. Maybe. There you go. Kind of. But yeah. And then we have over here my minifee Celine, who is a fairy and will eventually have wings. She's rainbow themed. You can't really tell in the camera. I don't think my camera's gonna focus much. You can kind of see her rainbow freckles, but she's rainbow themed. And I will eventually get her wings. I don't have much of a backstory for her. She used to be a little fee deaf, but I couldn't seem to bond with her much, so I decided to put her character into a Celine instead, and I'm loving my decision for that. I know that she's definitely gonna be a troublemaker, likes to explore and get into trouble. She doesn't look like she has a face for that, but that's gonna be her. Always getting into trouble. And eventually I'll get her her best friend, who is gonna have wings on her head. Angel wings. I'm thinking a minifee Reese. I was thinking the NF head, but she looks not like how I kind of pictured her friend to be, because her friend is more on the serious side, and Reese kind of has those pouty lips, so I think that would probably work better. And Reese has magnets in her head. Well, the NF head does too, but I just think Reese might work out better for that character. I'll definitely update you guys when I figure out stories for these girls. And then we have Tilali, which you've met before. She, again, is a doll and doll Lauren. And she is my oldest doll since 2009. And these three girls I actually got this year because I sold 2 dolls. So I was able to get them. And you would think after having her since 2009, she would have a backstory, but she doesn't. At first, she was going to be in this post-apocalyptic world where she has powers, and so do all these people in the same world. But that changed because I didn't want 6 SD dolls. And then I was thinking, since at the time I had her boyfriend, maybe I would involve her in and these two stories where they're aliens and they, the minifies, Raiden and Harper, take them in and pretend that they're their parents, but I'm not sure about that right now. I'm thinking that she is going to be in, I'm thinking she's going to be a half alien for one, which would justify her eyes and her hair, though you can do your hair like that, you know, as a normal person, but definitely justify her eyes. And she lives in a world where aliens have come to Earth, but have kind of been separated from humans. So since she's a half alien, there are barriers between humans and aliens of any sort, obviously caused by government. But yes, I got the idea from listening to a 1000-Foot Crutch song called Fly on the Wall. If you guys are interested, I'll put a link in the description so you can kind of get an idea of where I'm coming from. Maybe, if it makes any sense, but definitely to get in on that. If you've seen my Flickr or DeviantArt, mostly DeviantArt, I used to have a Kirby doll, I's or E's or Y's, Kirby doll IS or YS, sorry. And that used to be her boyfriend. His name was Suki, and I do plan to reshell that doll into a little Monica Enro, and it's pretty much going to be the same look, and it's still going to be her love interest in whatever story I decide to put her in, because I just love those two together, always have. It's just the Kirby doll was a little too big for me, and his body, no matter how it got restrung, and even after being restrung and slated, his body was still really floppy for some reason, and it was gave me a hard time photographing him, which kind of eventually gave me a hard time bonding with him. So I'm hoping if I switch out the mold, it'll work out for me a little better, I hope, because I love that character. And I really want him back in another doll. And I feel like Enrel is really similar to him, if you do the face up similar, because I've seen one that looked pretty close to a Kirby doll. So that's my plans for her. Eventually I'll figure out her story and share with you guys. And eventually I'll figure out her story, Little Troublemaker, and eventually their story. I do know for them I have 4 other minifies. Why 5? 1 for Maisa's story, 4 for theirs. I'm thinking they're either gonna be in just regular world, regular, real life kind of story situations, or I'm gonna add something sci-fi, supernatural, or whimsical to them somehow, but I'm not sure yet. I was thinking witches, but then I was unsure. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yes, this is my doll family so far. 2014, October, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get any more dolls anytime soon, because I have bills to pay and I need to save up for some other stuff at the moment. But that just gives me time to work on their stories, and I will update you guys when that happens, whenever that is, hopefully sooner than later. But yep, thanks for watching and listening to my rambles of how I have no doll backstories. And have an awesome day.